Okay, folks, we're going to do a video here of the oil complex, starting here with gasoline. You know, we made this double top up in here. We took out the high by just a hair, and then we started down. But we're really important where we are right now, folks. If we just look at this and just reduce some of these things, take them out, you'll see that the low that we made here on Friday was right at a 61% retracement. I mean, within a heartbeat. If we go down to a smaller time frame, let's just go to a 4 hour. There's a daily, but let's get this. There's the 4 hour. You see we got all the way down to here. That completes that, but that doesn't show what I want to show, and that is the little bit longer time frame that we have down here. Let's get it up here so we can see it clearly. Yeah, there it is. Well, you got to raise this. See, this is the difference here. You made a higher high, so you have to include that in the analysis. So you go from your low up to your high, and you'll see here that we did go below the 61% retracement by just a little bit down at this interval. Now you see we had a gap in here, so this is really important where we are now here in gas. I don't trade gasoline, but maybe twice a year, but it can be traded, of course. But the crude oil and the heating oil is much easier. You'll see that the 1.27 level comes in right here. So we get anywhere below the $2 level, it means we're probably going to break down a whole lot more. So let's get over and talk to something we understand. Here's the heating oil. This was the ABCD. This is an hourly chart. Let's go to the daily. We'll be able to see it much clearer because there's your three drive to a top pattern. There's your double top where the gasoline made a higher high by just a little bit. You'll notice we couldn't do that in the heating oil, and of course the crude oil only made it to the 78% level. Now you see we've had these ABCD patterns starting to form, and we had this big down move here on Friday. That basically is completing this move right here. Let's just get this up here so we can see this easily. There's your AB leg right here. There's your CD leg, and you'll see we went down there and closed below it. So we're at the point here where we could literally melt down here. Now let's look at this on a little bit longer time frame. We're going to look at this on the daily. We're going back now all the way to April. So we're looking at some pretty serious numbers. So we'll get back here and we're going to go from the April low up to the high, and you'll see we're below the 61% retracement. So we could go all the way down here. We could drop another 5-6 cents easy, and we could go even a whole lot lower than that. So this is the first sign of danger here. We got to look at now with the crude oil. It doesn't quite look that same. Now here's the crude oil. This is the crude oil on the 4 hour. There's when we became bearish. Okay. Here's where we really became bearish. If you remember here, that was the 78% level right here. You can see right there, 77.9. Right there at 74.26. We came down. We rallied up to the 382 retracement. Actually, we went a little above it to the almost to the 50%. And those measure, we got double measurements here. A, B, C, D, and A, B, C, D coming in right here just about a little bit lower. So we need to watch this. If this thing comes in, sharply lower on Sunday night, we could be looking at a really bad move here down in crude oil. If we go to the daily, you'll see that we're looking at the same thing. We could get all the way down here to this 1.27 of this swing right here. That would get you there. And if you looked at that on a smart, you'll see that would be a butterfly pattern coming in right here. So there's the key number to look at 60.67. That's down about $1.50. I had to be a buyer there just because of that move right here with a risk of about 60 cents. But we're already, see, we're going to take these lows out because the low here was 61.56 and our low here was 61.82. So we've got to take this low out by just a little bit. This is 61.56. This is 61.82. We want to be looking here at about 60.67. That's down about $1.50 from where we are right now. And you got to risk about 60 cents on that. Remember, below that, you're looking at a whole bunch of numbers in here. That's a whole lot lower, but you're talking $4,000. So you got to keep your losses functional here. But we'll watch this Sunday night and see what it's doing. So live every day in an attitude of gratitude, and may God bless.